So, I want us to talk about the protest that happened yesterday, being June 12th. Last week, we had Seeking on the show with us, and we asked him a very, I would say, funny question, that would the security operatives know the difference between the ongoing insecurity protest and then the June 12th protest? Because you said that, and we also saw videos of it online, that Omoyele Sowore was attacked. We also saw that, we saw people dispersing and all of that. So I want you to tell us, do you think the security operatives knew the reason for yesterday's protest and still went ahead to do that to tear gas protesters and unarmed protesters?
I was on News Central last week, and if I could remember the trail of my opening thought on a similar question to this, momentums are established, our feet are stamped, words are out, and these words are not ambiguous. They are as clear as possible in just 3 hashtags. End insecurity, they know what that means. End bad governance, they know what that means. If you wouldn't end insecurity or bad governance for the fact that you have built a blue-collar, organized insecurity architecture, framework, archetype, almost branded and corporate, then Tinubu must go. That's the 3rd hashtag. It's simple. They know what they are doing. Again, I would make reference to my central take, my anchor take. Society is sick. Citizens are the problem of society, and the masses are contributive to this problem. Who are the masses? The everyday policeman, the everyday NSCDC person, the everyday DSS personnel. It's simple. They are clearly aware. June 12th is a day where we should be expressing fully. It's just like Christmas Day. No child gets busy on Christmas Day. Because Christmas Day is a day of celebration, or Children's Day. So this is our day. I mean, do whatever it may you want to do to us on every other days. But on June 12th, we can decide to block the 3rd mainland bridge.
But do you really think Tinubu is the problem?
Whether or not I think Tinubu is the problem?
Yes.
In what ramification?
The current situation of Nigeria. Do you think Tinubu is a problem? Say Tinubu must go. You mentioned Tinubu must go. Do you think Tinubu is the problem of Nigeria?
That question, as plain and simple as it sounds, we all would want to jump on it as yes and no. Well, I would apply a more philosophic. I don't like to be diplomatic. I say it's stern because I'm not afraid of Tinubu. I said this as New Central. I'm not afraid of Wike or APC. So I do not get to be diplomatic with those who are not diplomatic with our progressive life, right? Whether or not Tinubu is the problem, now, this is how I answer that. It's simple. Our problems are philosophical. If Tinubu gets out of there and the next man in line, Shetima, gets on, we will experience way even more regressive level of insecurity than we are experiencing today, because insecurity is the context. Now, if Shetima gets off there, we'll experience that in the hands of Akpabio, who is the 3rd citizen of Nigeria. It's simple, because we are seeing it play out already. So our problem is not Tinubu per se, but Tinubu is that person who should be executing governmental policies, because he is the head of the executive arm of government. So if he is not executing the right policies, then he is the problem. Because I do not have an issue with the person. I have an issue with the result. If you can't get us that result, that person who is supposed to be the one in charge of delivering those deliverables and efforts and outcomes is the problem. Imagine that I am the MD board of directors of a particular company, and that this company I met as $1 billion valuation now regressing to $1 million valuation. Those who constitute the board of directors are not the problem. I am the problem. So it's as simple as that. Yes, Tinubu is the problem.
And would you say that, as being the problem, would you also say that his health is such a big factor in some of the policies that we see rolling out now, and of course maybe may have caused the mayhem and misappropriations?
To be elderly is not to be elderly. That you're an elder does not mean you're an older person. That you are older, rather, does not mean you're an elderly person. We refer to these people as leaders and elder statesmen. They are not, right? So, like we already mentioned or established, you cannot give what you don't have. A younger Tinubu would act this way.
Wow.
Noted.
Wow.
Okay, in case you're just joining us, this is the Rundown Show where we dissect and break down everything that's transpired during the week. So we're talking about June 12. The protest, the gains and pains of democracy. So tell us in the comment section, would you say Nigeria's democracy has delivered value to Nigerians, or is it just one practice that offer those who can wangle their way in an opportunity to mismanage the nation's resources? Tell us in the comment section what you think. Moving on, we're going to talk about the Kogi and Oyo children kidnap and protest. I think it's almost, we're almost like a month since the kidnap happened.
Yes.
And
So it's 29 days now.
that's 30, so it's like almost a month. It's a month,
Very
1 month. And still there's no headway. And Diokpa, I want to ask you, what do you think, based on this insecurity, and do you think schools are even supposed to be operating at this time?
18 days after the kidnap, a child passed on. A child got locked out.
Yeah.
Pregnant women are being raped. Teachers are being abducted. Children are now involved. 2-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 7-year-olds. And then, again, the masses, we all believe we should rather be at our workplaces than we should be on the street. Not just teachers or the union of teachers that constitutes the organization of teachers' voice in Nigeria, but everyone, the NUC, the TUC, whatever it is you have. In fact, the Minister of Works himself, the Minister of Economy, the Minister of Creative Economy, the Minister of Culture.
Should all be on the street?
Yes!
I mean, where they are supposed to be doing other things, they don't have to come on the street.
The Minister of Defense should be campaigned
Why do you
against.
think they shouldn't be on the
Okay,
streets
campaign
too?
again, but they don't have to be on. They can only be campaigning
Are
against.
they not citizens? Do they not feel our collective pain?
They might be doing something. You know,
They have assistants.
it's not all errands to send assistance.
So
for.
what national errand is more dire importance than the life of a 2-year-old Nigerian? What are the results of the errands they've been running personally so far? Right? So this brings me back to the question. Should teachers be on the streets, or should teachers be going to work? I would answer that again by repeating that just 18 days into victimhood, we lost a child whose only, I wouldn't say crime, I would rather say whose only undoing is that
In Nigeria.
And in school.
In school.
she was a Nigerian. On that day, she was sick. Her mother, being a lover of education, had to force her to go to school. And then she couldn't return today. So no one, not teachers, not medical doctors, no one. The economy should be shut down. We call that silent protest. No one should be out. A total sit at home. Everyone. The government are not the problem, trust me. The masses are the problem.
No, I beg to differ, because if there was a state of emergency, people would have stayed at home. That initiative needed to have taken.
We have established that
Would
we
have
don't have
implemented
a
that.
progressive government. Those who got in the contract, we sent them on an errand as our elected representatives. I sent someone who are employed on an errand, and then they are not delivering. They would be accountable to me. So the government should be accountable to the masses, and in worst case, they are not accountable to us all collectively. That brings about political apathy. It means that we should revolt against them as those who employed them. They are using our taxpayers' money to enjoy themselves, and they are not being accountable to us. So as those who actually employed these people, what are we doing as the bosses?
It's been reestablished that there are funds, allocations for the SSI, Safe School Initiative.
Yeah, Safe School Initiative.
144.8 billion naira. I mean, from 2023, 2024, 2025,
down to
2026.
2026.
Yes,
I mean, we
are not still
I don't even want to,
talking.
please,
We should talk about it.
That
No, that's the fund.
initiative is not working.
But that is what is. We have to state the fact. That is the fact.
That initiative is not working.
It's not
Who
working.
is monitoring the use of the funds?
Williams, so
Does that mean that we cannot still talk about it? If it's that's an established fact, we do have allocations. Now, in some situations where allocations are not signed out, we would say, okay, for different reasons, this wasn't done or was neglected or whatever. But we still have to talk about the fact that these funds came from tax.
All right.
That's why we need to talk about
Can
it.
I contribute to that?
Please do.
All right. It's a safe space here, yeah?
Yes, please.
We are live, right?
Yes.
All right, good and fine. Am I allowed and permitted to get controversial? I mean, it
Please,
ends in
please
more.
do.
please do.
I
Please, if you must.
would ask you a series of questions, and
Okay.
I would expect that we build, it's a conversation, it's not a
Yeah,
debate.
sure.
We build very scientific framework into getting objective conclusions. Are you playing the devil's incarnate or you are being sarcastic?
Devil's incarnate or advocate, which, okay,
Incarnate,
anyone.
Yeah.
All right, I am not being sarcastic.
You are being
I-
realistic.
I am being realistic.
Okay,
If we
good.
have funds that has been assigned, we must, although there haven't been accountability regarding those funds,
thank God
they've
you are
not,
doing
no,
that
I'm not trying to overrule that fact. This is the fact. Are we still going to be talking about that fund? Are we supposed to be talking about the funds? Oh yes, we are supposed to be talking about the funds.
All right, so where
and
I
how
was
it
coming
was
from
spent.
is that the fact is established that this fund were rolled out.
Yes.
Whether or not they've
It was
been
just
disposed like to the actual
made
problems, to solve those
efficiently.
problems efficiently,
Yes,
effectively.
it needs to be talked about.
Yeah, does
so,
not matter that
so
it
we
doesn't
don't.
get
Yes,
talked
yes. So
about,
we
yeah.
don't get so they don't get the impression that
That's-
we do not know all of these things, or we don't know there were money accounted that are supposed to be accounted for.
Okay, so again, I like to make references and deductions. Back to the hammer and the carpenter. I employed the carpenter. I handed him hammer to work with, right? And then this hammer is a tool in his hands to construct a furniture for me. Hasn't been done, right? Yes, as much as I and my family members acknowledge that there is a carpenter, there is a concept of an hammer that's been handed to him, we had an agreement and all of that, basically. I would now ask, what is this armor being used for? Why are you wasting so much time in deploying the armor for its actual use?
So you know, I have a problem with an issue with the protests, and I must tell you why.
Oh, okay.
It is, you may think that the protest comes with hashtags. It's beyond hashtags. It could be hashtag anything. But is it really truly spelled out? Now, for instance, we want to protest against the insecurity threatening the social security. Fine. But we must also have our numbers in place, just like what I have mentioned,
What
the
numbers?
SSI. So if you people are coming out, marching out to say that this is the cause of what we are doing, this is the reason we are doing these things, you should have your numbers ready. If you want to...
What number, sorry? Population?
No, the figures, the reason, the cogent reason.
Are you talking
why.
about data?
Yeah, the data.
Oh, okay.
So one of the data that we should also be looking at as a very good evidence to why we are doing what we are doing, why we are marching out, is talking about the SSI. It's starting from there.
Okay.
Low funding, less funding, what have you? That's what we should be talking about. I feel like if those are correctly spelled out, maybe would really be heard. Maybe the people going for protest would really be heard.
I need to quickly mention something to you. When there are psychology to marketing, right? Different psychology to marketing. So, for example, these are campaign hashtags that cannot carry a lot of words, lest they become ambiguous. So it's as simple as end bad governance, end insecurity. However, again, the problem is of the masses, citizens. They are not well educated or informed. We largely live in the dark ages in Nigeria. Forget the technology you have. We are not yet at the point of enlightenment or industrial revolution or technological revolution. It's simple. So yes, end insecurity. However, different digital and media platforms would reach out to individual protesters and ask why. This is where those talk points of data should emancipate should come out from. But are they aware enough? Where we get most of our news are from Twitter, social media platforms. And then we largely live and base our thought orientation and concepts of knowledge on hearsays, soothsays, naysays, rinse and repeat, copy and paste. So that is a different campaign entirely, where the education system should be faulted, the Minister of Education, the Ministry of Education, not the protesters, because they are protesting for an allied cause with a central fronting.
With little understanding. Do you know that sometimes...
Who are those with the little understanding? Is it the organizers or those who are being questioned on the streets?
It's not those who are being questioned, even amongst those that are protesting. Because I'm telling you, I have covered protests.
She's speaking about security votes.
No.
So the number of security votes that was released in 2025 in security votes. I mean, I know you like data. So in 2025, not an exactitude now, an estimate, a rough figure of the designated fund to security votes. Do you have that figure?
Not accurate at the moment.
So what's your estimate?
It's about 500
billion naira. You're saying something, brother?
So the problem we have currently in Nigeria, you see, what are the people fed? Sometimes protests, if I were in government, sometimes I wouldn't even be so much concerned about protests.
Why?
I would just, like she said, some of the persons who are protesting don't know why they are protesting.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
They don't know what they are pushing. The people leading them are aware. Who's like he has said, is the masses' fault. Now let me even tell you. Let me tell you.
He's saying the Minister of Education.
Yes.
You're saying the masses. But you are the one who brought them out.
Now,
but that's
wouldn't you have explained to them that, oh, this is the reason why we are coming out?
You can't explain. You can't explain. You can't explain.
No. I feel they should be sensitization.
This is the reason. If you start a protest, don't forget that the number of persons who gather to start a protest is not the number that will be there in the next 15 minutes, in the next 20 minutes, in the next 30 minutes. So will you continue to explain every minute? Would you continue to explain every minute? This is why we are protesting. We are saying this. You can't do that.
So there's a reason.
And because of that, the problem is this. And I think we are not looking at that direction. I have said that thing several times here. Nigerians are online. Some of them, majority of those people protesting are online.
Yes.
But they are being fed rubbish. And I am beginning to feel it is intentional. Imagine that I do a content now and I talk about how safe school money has been disbursed and how it has not been used. That content will not go viral.
It won't go. Yes, because it would.
That's true.
Even if attention span, it may not go as viral as
attention
it
span
could go.
to vital information.
And that could be a calculated effort to make sure that Nigerians are not getting the right information.
Okay.
And what it means is it can agitate the people. It can make them become restive, like make them want to ask questions for more, because they are seeing figures and they are not seeing it reflect.
Yes.
But you feed them comedy. Algorithm. My brother who lives abroad called me and was like, "Why are you guys being fed?" I kind of change my setting to Nigeria sometimes to see what you are seeing. And then what I'm seeing in Nigeria is always comedy, somebody riding a bike, riding, and I was watching that video.
Mr. Will, sorry to cut you.
200 and something million views.
Bandits rolled out giveaway. The Nigerian masses, who the protesters are supposed to educate, dropped their account numbers with their full names and asked us to give them behind it. Now, one of them, who got, I think, 100,000 naira-ish, somewhere about, was reached out to and said he would be kidnapped and he would refund 100 million naira. It's everywhere. Facts check me. One of the so these are the people who protest. It means we are going to be fighting war on different fronts, and we are not going to be strategic enough with our battles.
So why not, just like you stated, why not start before jumping the gun? You've said that this is more of, it's beyond the systematic issue. It's more of an individual, knowledge towards this cause. You've established that. So why not? Is there anything you're doing grassroots that would...
Grassroots sensitization?
Yes.
Yes. There are several CSOs doing that. There are several organizations doing that, whether or not for profits, not for profits, governmental, private.
Not.
Do you understand? But he said something. I would anchor this point on that. Even if those contents gets sponsored, they wouldn't reach anywhere. Yes. They won't convert or engage. Yes. And don't forget that the primary purpose of any business is to see profits. Now, in the worst case, they are not for profits, is to see results. Yeah. And that we, as a protester or a group of protesters who gathered yesterday, have an allied front. We want something we want, the way we want it, achieved in this short span. Educating the masses, over 300, 400 million people, right, will take a lot of funding, a lot of time, a lot of canvassing, a lot of mobilization, a lot of work. Now, think about 100 years. We have to sensitize them on what the problem is before coming to protest. These jihadists, those people you call bandits. Bandits are similar, just a little bit close to armed robbers. They are similar to thugs. They are not thugs. They are not headsmen. These are jihadists, fanatics, extremists, fundamentalists. So it takes 100 years to mobilize over 300, 400 million people before we come back to now agitate for something.
So how long are we to expect the overturn of at least good news from this protest? We don't know.
Or what do we even do now?
Yes.
What do we do now?
The problem again, as established, I would like you to get it. Citizens are the problem of society. The masses are largely
so now, okay, we've established that. Yes. So now, I'm asking, what should we do now? Now that we've established that we are
do you need a sociologist? Do you need to sensitize?
How are we going to help ourselves?
Sorry, Wills. I think more of what's that is emotions. Tapping into, if we are able to tap into their emotions, maybe they will get the message you're trying to do.
The message about the 2-year-old after 18 days in custody, who got unalived, should spur enough emotions and excite.
It's not everyone that has access to social media. I know what I'm saying. Now, why did you think
let me answer the solution, the question on solutions.
Yes, solution.
Right?
Yeah.
I think we all are divided. The CSOs, right? The non-governmental organizations, and the social activists, the political activists. For example, there is the VDM, there is Shogure, there is Mama P, Randy Peters, Dele Farutimi, Isaac, a whole lot of them from the north, from the south, from the east and west, north central, wherever it is you have. Now, we are pushing individual fan bases. It makes no sense that we think everyone will be interested in politics as much as some people are interested in music. For example, I am not interested in rugby, although I play rugby once in a while. I am not interested in Davido, Wizkid, Two-Face, what have you, because I do not enjoy their lyricism. But some people are fanatics and ardent of those lyricism. So the same way people are not interested in soccer, I don't find European clubs. I was once a Chelsea fan, but I moved to being a Rivers United fan because I enjoyed the idea of Pan-Africanism. That is where I'm coming from. That is why I got into soccer. Pan-Africanism. So I became a fan base of Rivers United. That is even because I'm interested in sports. But for those who are not interested in sports, they don't like what they don't like. They don't like sports. Those who are not interested in music don't like music. Those who are not interested in politics don't like politics. But for we who already are interested in politics, should consolidate our fan bases and march in unison as one. That is the only time we'll have the solutions and not divide our own selves. What do you think, Williams?
So I think the solution to this school kidnap issue is beef up the security around schools. If you cannot do it, then shut them down. The only thing I know is that having guns around where
that's what I was about to say.
So there is a strategy. The truth is, for everything that happens, there is always a solution somewhere. It's just for you to think. Now, before dawn, before anyone resumes in school, security personnel should resume.
Okay.
Stay around. Keep your guns away. But mount security in different levels. If there are 6, put some in the bush around the school that students can see. but they are waiting for anyone who is coming to that school.
Yeah.
Those ones will have their guns.
Yeah.
The ones that are the backup
Make
will
them
not have
as
guns.
UC,
Yes,
undercovers.
they are just there,
Yeah.
giving the children assurance that we are here. Don't be afraid. Go into your class. Because the truth is, you can't say sit down at home. What are they doing at home? Have you made provision to school them
How many
in
parents
their
can
houses?
school them?
If you don't school them, they are losing 1 year of their life.
Yes.
By all means.
Yeah.
Before you know, 1 year is gone. No school.
Yeah.
So put security at different levels around every school. Thank God that the government is beginning to think around having state police,
yeah.
and they are making that bill as fast as possible.
Yes.
If it comes out, it's not that it also requires time for training.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't just recruit somebody and say, go and be guiding a school.
The person will shoot a student himself one day.
But if you have different levels of security around every school,
Yeah.
put them. The ones that are closest to the fence, the gate, will not have guns, but they know where their guns are. If there is anything, they go immediately and pick their guns and arm themselves. The students inside the school are protected. The truth is, no matter the number of terrorists that are coming to attack a school, if you have trained people, snipers around the school, there is no way those people will be able to enter that school to kidnap anybody.
Yes, I agree.
Surveillance is also very important.
Yes, surveillance. Yeah,
Yes.
we mentioned it last week.
Right?
Yes.
Beyond and behind surveillance, we also need to understand the place of technology. So where guns should not be shown because kids are there and they probably get traumatized having seen it repeatedly. Technology plays a very big role.
Yeah.
There is always a solution like my brother mentioned, and those solutions are fast forward solutions.
Yeah.
We should begin to think futuristically and not be largely dependent.
There's
Like
a
the everyday
governor is
Nigerian
already putting
mass.
all the states in surveillance. I saw it somewhere on
That is
social
what
media.
they will say, just to attract
No,
security votes.
it's still good.
That is what they
Well,
will say.
if that's what they will use the security vote and save school money.
Yeah, yes,
It's
that's
fine.
good. Okay, let's move over to food security. Hunger in the land.
Before we move, let's also ask them in the comment section,
yes.
how have you been lending your voice? How have you been lending? Tell us in the comments. Are you sitting on the fence, or you are letting your voice be heard? Let us know. Tell us in the comment section.
You are very right, too, because if
Yes, now.
there's an adage in the East. They say, if you cannot show up, let your money show.
Yeah.
And if you cannot come out for protest,
Let your
put
voice.
your voice
Yes,
online.
yes, yes.
yes.
Some people are in the comment section saying, well done, God protects you people for us. So
How? And
God will
you're supposed to
protect
be out.
us when you are not here.
yeah.
That is one.
You see.
Now, if you can't be here due to, like you are traumatized, you've experienced certain things like that. Fund SCSOs.
Yes.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Yes.
Don't just say, God will protect you. And then for your child to go out, you tell your child, don't go out. If you go out, I
Yes.
cannot run up and down. I know some
Yeah,
of these
most
mothers
of some
like that.
parents, that's what they do.